This is dipping going on at Silver Sands Farm, belonging to PJ Hazard. We're just outside Tutiri, and he runs a Brahman cross Simmenthaler commercial herd, and we're getting rid of ticks. Apparently this area is very susceptible to tick-borne diseases for cattle. And PJ says he dips his cattle in summer about every 2 weeks. It's a messy but very necessary job.
Very important to have a quality spray race with good pressure and well maintained with the right chemical for your area. So it's very important, as I said, that your dip's working properly. Even if you've got a good dip, you need to maintain it. You need to make sure that you have a sieve system for the water to go through to take out all the large particles that may block the nozzles. Then after every few cows, you want to have a piece of wire with a hook on it. Make sure you go through and pull out any bits that might be stuck in here, because you might be thinking you're dipping your cattle, but if only half the nozzles are working, you're not going to be getting the job done. So we go through that. It's also, as you can see in this design, there's nozzles in every direction, underneath, on the sides, over the top, ensuring that you get your cows fully wet. So it's very important that you read the instructions carefully on the dip that you're using.
Cattle back rubber. Effectively applying
Trizap is a tri-ingredient insecticide using a combination of zeta-cypermethrin, abamectin, and synergize that with piperonal butoxide. Fly control. Now you have the unique formulation of 3 active ingredients that does both face flies and horn flies for optimal control using 2 tags per head for a full season.
Seresto is an easy-to-use collar with patented formulation that offers you the convenience of 8 months of continuous protection against fleas and ticks. Seresto is for use on dogs or cats. The 8-month sustained release technology behind Seresto sets it apart from conventional flea and tick treatments. Seresto contains 2 active ingredients that together deliver protection against fleas and ticks on dogs or cats. These active ingredients are stored inside Seresto and are released when the collar makes contact with the animal's skin. The active ingredients spread from the site of direct contact over the skin surface. There is no activation needed. After Seresto is placed on the dog or cat, fleas are killed within 24 hours and ticks within 48 hours. As the active ingredients wear off the dog or cat over time, Seresto continuously replenishes the skin with a new supply of active ingredients. Seresto works similarly to a monthly topical, but through its sustained release technology, provides continuous 8-month protection against fleas and ticks. If a tick is repelled, it cannot attach and transmit disease-causing organisms. There is no need to remove the collar when a pet goes swimming or gets bathed. Seresto is water-resistant and remains effective following a shampoo treatment, swimming, or exposure to rain or sunlight. Seresto marks an exciting development in flea and tick control, giving you the performance you expect from topical treatments in a convenient, easy-to-use collar that lasts 8 months.
You how to apply Frontline to a dog. Now it's important that you get the right dosage of Frontline for your dog. This one is for dogs 89 to 132 pounds, and they come in a variety of sizes for dogs under 25 pounds, 25 to 40 pounds, and so on and so on. So you want to make sure you're getting the right dosage for your dog. That's very important. So now Frontline is a topical treatment that we put on our dogs once a month, every month, especially in the summertime. As a flea and tick preventative, and it is topical, so you don't give it to the dog or put it in its food. I'm gonna show you how to put it here on the dog. And when you apply Frontline, it's important that you don't let your dog go swimming and you don't bathe your dog 72 hours before or 72 hours after the Frontline, so that way it can totally saturate into the skin. So what we do is we open it up. It comes with a little top that is self-puncturing, so we turn it around, puncturing the top of the cap, so it's open. Then what we want to do is, in between the dog's shoulder blades where they can't get to it to lick, we want to just part the fur so you can actually see the skin on the dog, and then you just want to squeeze the product onto the skin. My technique tends to be also to move down a little further, again, get past the fur onto the skin, squeeze a little bit more. And we can even apply a little bit down at the base of the tail, which is usually a really bad flea spot, until we're completely out of the product. And again, that needs to be done once a month, and it's quick and easy. Just make sure that your dog doesn't lick the area or doesn't go swimming for at least 72 hours.
Now we've calibrated the worm gun. I've got the right amount of drench in here for this sheep. Now the technique is in the corner of the mouth there, is it? Over the back of the tongue and plunge.
It is, yes, that's right. I mean, you've gone into the corner, you've gone down over the back of the tongue, and you've got the drench to go right back, and the animal's obviously swallowed it all in one go. So that's exactly what we would want you to do. Quite a lot of diagrams will show you going at the front of the mouth, and of course the sheep's actually got teeth there. Only got one set of teeth, but it's got teeth there. You want to be in over where there's just gum, in at the side, over the back of the tongue, and down, without going through the back of the throat.
You want to be careful you don't damage the throat then.
Very careful, and we do see a lot of drench gun injuries, not so much in big animals like this, but particularly when you're doing lambs. You need to have a drench gun with a smaller nozzle for doing young lambs, and be very, very careful because it's very easy to go straight through.
And when do they spit it out? Because that happens sometimes, is it?
Yeah, they do. If you don't get, if you just look at the end of your drench gun there, the end of the drench gun is actually designed so that it goes onto the tongue, and it really makes the animal swallow because it feels that at the back of the throat. Now, if you don't get that there, then one of the risks is that A, the animal just spits it out, but also, if you just get it into the mouth, you can actually get what we call the esophageal groove still to work. Now, that's the groove that in a young neonate ruminant works to make milk bypass the rumen, because you want milk to go straight into the true stomach, not into the rumen. That can still be affected in an adult animal if you put liquid in the mouth. Now, if that happens, our wormer goes into the lower gut and it isn't in the rumen, and it isn't going to do the job.
So you're putting this in exactly the right place to get the job
Exactly the
done.
right place. And it's not a speed test. It's something you need to take your time with, because it is absolutely essential. You get the drench in the right place and you don't do any damage at the same time.